Do you ever catch your dog slipping while walking in the kitchen or while during activities, or in a worst case scenario, doing a banana split where the back legs are actually falling out, or even the front legs? If that's the case, let's talk about what you can do to prevent this in the first place and how to help your dog so they're not actually slipping. So I am Dr. Ginette, a certified animal chiropractor, and this is my dog Mocha, and she's just chilling here. I see. So there are different reasons why some dogs will be slipping, and that can be dependent on the age of the dog and what they're doing while they are actually slipping. Is it that they're chasing a ball or playing in the house, or are they rounding the corner, or are they just randomly walking and slipping on a surface? So there are different reasons, and to really find out why the reason it is for your dog, you may want to talk to your healthcare provider. But let's talk about some of the ways that you can help minimize this in the first place. So one of the first things to do is actually take a look at their pads, and you might want to look underneath, and you'll notice that your dog may have hair under the pad. And so you can actually shave the bottom of the pad with actually a shaver, that you would do your hair. Shave your hair. So shaving the bottom of the pad will help to expose more surface to have a better contact with the floor so that there's less slipping, specifically on slippery surfaces. Another option is potentially considering boots, and you would want a boot that gives traction to the foot. So you can look at, there are some specific boots that can help be rubberized underneath, whether it be a boot that you're going to put onto the foot, or there's actually socks that have a little bit of rubberized surface, just like what we do with human socks, or kids will have little grippies underneath the sock. If boots or socks is not an option for your dog, or the best option, then you may want to consider putting carpets in high traffic areas where your dog is spending most of their time, or where they actually are slipping, and that'll create more traction for their feet. Another thing that you want to make sure is that their nails are nice and short. If the nail is too long, then what happens is it changes the structure and how their foot is sitting and contacting the floor, and they will have better contact if their nails are nice and short, so that the pads can better sit on the floor. Another thing that you want to do is actually avoid any activities that are actually increasing the chance that your dog is slipping. So if it's playing ball or a game on a slippery surface, you may want to do that on a carpeted area or in the grass. Or you may choose to limit some of the activities where your dog might be slipping. Another thing that you want to look at is doing some chiropractic care. And the reason for that is I see a lot of dogs who are coming in and who are already having these issues where there's weakness in the back end, or they're slipping. And chiropractic care will allow me to look at the nervous system and look to see where there is what we call dysfunction. So Mocha, can you see a minute? So if we look at Mocha and take her as an example, so the way that their nervous system works is that the brain sends a signal down through the spinal cord, and at each level, nerves will exit and go innervate different structures of the body. So in her case, and in all our cases, the upper neck and upper shoulder area and the spine will innervate everything in the front limbs, whereas the nerves in the back end and then through the pelvis will innervate everything into the back legs. Okay. So we want to make sure that, let's say if your dog is slipping and is losing contact and grip in the back end, is your dog getting proper nerve connection? Is the message of the spine sending a proper signal to the muscles and the joints of the limb? And if not, then the body doesn't get a chance to function properly. So you want to make sure that the dog is getting proper innervation to those areas of the body. That alone is going to start to create better innervation and connection. The other thing that you want to do is look at strengthening an area if it's weak. And so if an area is weak and that's causing that dog to lose grip because they're basically the joints are and the muscles are weak and they're buckling, then at that point you want to strengthen that area. And there are some home exercises, and again, I can't give you the best exercise because it really dependent on why your dog is losing weakness there. But just like a human would do some rehabilitative work or strengthening work, and that might look like push-ups for dogs where they're doing sitting to standing or lifting one leg. Like there are different simple home exercises that we can give to homeowners that they can do at home. And there's some options where you can actually work with a health professional and do it in person. So at the end of the day, I see a lot of dogs who I help who are either senior dogs or younger dogs who are, sorry, this happens sometimes in a video. Viens. Good, Viens. Ici. So she's just alerting. Assis. Merci. Cush. So just like many of you, obviously this happens when we are doing videos, so Mocha just wanted to be part of it. Assis. So, sorry about that. So at the end of the day, if your dog is having these issues, then call our office and I'll be happy to see how best I can help. And if your dog is not having these issues, it's actually the best time to have your dog checked, because it's easier to prevent a problem than to fix the problem. So it's easier for me to see a dog who's not having these issues, and it helps to upregulate their nervous system and upregulate their muscle and joint function so that we're avoiding this problem in the first place and delaying it as much as possible as your dog is aging. So if you'd like to book with me, then give us a call at the office at 519-966-7880, or you can email us at holisticchiro.wellness at gmail.com, or land on our website and you can find more information there. All right, have a good day.